Why do fish try to jump out of the water, and birds go crazy? What's wrong with hunting dolphins? Why do birds build giant underground nests, and which fish are not afraid of predatory sharks? Watch to the end to find out the answers and be surprised by the world of animals. In this issue, I will show you the strange behavior of animals, captured on camera, and explain what it means. Dolphins and stingrays. Dolphins are carnivorous animals. Yes, maybe they're not as aggressive as sharks, but they hunt different fish and eat them. Here, by the way, is one of them. This is one of the representatives of the stingrays. One dolphin grabs it, but for some reason it does not eat it completely. The other dolphins are also not going to eat this fish. And this is not the only such case. Scientists have repeatedly filmed and observed how dolphins seem to play with stingrays, but they did not always eat them. Strange, right? After all, the prey is not the most difficult. This could be attributed to the toxicity of stingrays, because these fish are poisonous and dangerous. It is from them that fugu is made, the very Japanese delicacy that can kill a person if it is not properly cooked. Actually, it is because of the toxins that dolphins do not always eat stingrays. Moreover, stingrays are interested in them for a different reason. For dolphins, this is something like a drug. Dolphins either bite these prickly fish on purpose, or bite them. Sometimes they even chew the stingray in turn, as if passing a tube with something forbidden in a circle. The toxin gets into the body, but does not kill the dolphins, but gives them a state of euphoria and trance. Dolphins change their minds, and they literally get high. Scientists even say that in captivity, after eating stingrays, dolphins smiled and laughed. Doesn't it remind you of anything? This is not the only strange behavior of dolphins. The following you see right now. Dolphins draw a circle in the water, raising mud and silt from the bottom. Why? Did they decide to become artists? Or maybe they are so beautiful before females. Do not forget, at the beginning of the release, I said that dolphins are carnivorous. And this strange behavior is just one of the unusual ways of hunting. Surrounded fish jumps out of the ring and gets right to the dolphins, which are behind the ring. Dolphins usually work in groups. One smokes a fish, drawing a ring, and its kin get food, after which they change. But sometimes dolphins can do it alone. However, such hunting is already more difficult. Fish jumps. At these shots, the locals filmed a very strange behavior of fish. They gathered not far from the shore and began to jump out of the water chaotically, as if to jump and flounder. It looks like some kind of interference or fishiness. And there are no dolphins near the back, as well as other predators. Why then do fish do this? There are several theories on this account. According to the first, fish lack oxygen. Local waters are polluted by waste, which complicate the fish's life. They turned out to be cornered and jump out because it hurts and is bad for them. According to the second version, electricity can affect the fish. We see that there are beams with electric coils in the water, and some wires hang over the water. Perhaps the fish beats with current. In general, this place is definitely not suitable for the habitation of marine animals. Not only fish fall into madness, but also birds. Look how strange they behave. Feathers fly chaotically over the roads, almost crash into cars, are clearly nervous, and this whole picture looks creepy. As if something dangerous is happening. No matter how strange it sounds, this is not far from the truth. Birds often behave in this way before powerful earthquakes. Even before the recent earthquake in Turkey, local residents noticed the following. Scientists explain this ability of birds to feel the Earth's vibrations even before the earthquake. And because of this, their behavior changes, and they can start flying disorderly, suddenly accumulate in potholes, and so on. People cannot feel the Earth's vibrations before the earthquake, so birds can become rescuers for them. If you ever see such a strange behavior of birds, it is better to quickly find a safe place where earthquakes do not harm you. Mirror fight. It is not uncommon to see how birds knock on the windows of houses or even accidentally print into closed windows. But this is something new. The bird fights with the windows of the car, and immediately with two. It turns and tries to hit either the side mirror, or the rear view mirror. Everything is fine. The bird has not gone crazy. Most likely, she is now just in the mating season. Perhaps, seeing herself in the mirror, this bird perceives the reflection behind the male of the subject and tries to deal with him so that the female does not get to him. By the way, this bird is called the beautiful painted mallard. This is an unusual sparrow that lives in Southeast Australia. Hurricanes. When animals see a predator, they usually either run away or enter with him. But hurricanes have a different tactic. If hurricanes see someone poisonous, for example, a scorpion or a snake, they do not run away. Having found an enemy on their territory, the hurricanes rush to him and look at him literally at the point. Often, the hurricanes approach the snake at a close and dangerous distance and surround it. This is not stupidity, nor is it without the mind of the animals. Everything is just the opposite. With such a strange behavior, the hurricanes want to knock the snake off its feet. The reptile rushes at the animals, tries to bite them, but they dodge the poisonous teeth and continue to stand still. Such psychological pressure often takes them up. The snake does not understand why the victims do not run, is scared, breaks under pressure, gives up and just crawls away. Such is the protection without victims on both sides. True, sometimes some kind of hurricane can still get it. But this is not so scary. Hurricanes have an increased immunity to the poison of many snakes. Even after a powerful bite, they can quickly recover. Moreover, hurricanes themselves are predators and eat small snakes, as well as scorpions and spiders. You can't say that about Timon from The Lion King. Since I remembered about Timon, why not talk about Pumbaa? Well, that is, about the bearded one. These African boars can also boast unusual behavior. For example, they often visit mongooses. The boar lies somewhere on their territory, and they start playing with it. It is clear that the mongoose is a predator, and here the prey itself came to them. But they don't gnaw it to death. And in fact, they don't gnaw the bearded one, but what is in its wool and skin of various parasites and insects. Such an unusual picture is an interesting example of beneficial relationships in the wild. Bearded ones get rid of annoying bugs that irritate them and don't leave them alone. And mongooses get a free snack. Horse aggression. Many of us do not think that horses are very aggressive animals. Well, yes, they can bite your hand or bend your hooves if they don't like something. But no more than that. But it turns out that this is not the limit. Look how this horse attacked a man. She knocked him down and began to bite the ground. Also, the horse dragged the man by the clothes and threw him like some kind of toy. This horse seemed to become a predator. There was no less aggression in it than in some tiger or bear. Soon the horse still let go of the man. He was able to escape, which means that everything is not so bad. But why did the horse behave in such a way? What was found on it? Personally, I have no explanation for this. Maybe you have. Share your thoughts in the comments. Construction. Basically, birds build nests on trees. There are those who build nests on the ground. For example, these birds. But their nests are kind of strange, right? They look more like sheds or some kind of gazebos. In addition, there is something else scattered around the nests. Not very similar to the usual bird nest, right? But the bird itself is unusual. This is a shelter. And now you understand why it was called that. These amazing builders create such underground nests to impress males. The brighter, more beautiful, brighter and more halash, the more chances the male has. That is why males think through everything to the smallest detail. They carry different twigs and leaves and build a large-scale structure. As they enter, they lay out the most different items they can find. There can be bright leaves, plastic garbage, flowers, coins, and so on. Most often, shelters use red and blue flowers for decoration. Blue is generally a win-win option. The female attracts the most. This was proven by scientists. But even such a cool house is not a guarantee that the female will agree. To accurately conquer the bird, they prepare a dance as part of a wedding ritual. If the female warbles, then everything worked out and the male achieved it. Now they can pair up in the same shelter over which the male has been working for so long. Still remember the surrogates who come close to the snakes, not afraid of predators. There are some who have gone even further in all the meanings of this word. Look how these fish literally swim into the shark's mouth. This is a real madness. Are these fish tired of living? Why do they do it at all? In fact, this is also something like a relationship, but already in the world of marine animals. In turn, they are not afraid to ride them. Sticky fish justify their name by sticking to sharks and other large marine animals with a suction cup and migrate at long distances without making an effort. And that's all. Write in the comments what animal behavior surprised you the most. And if it was interesting, then subscribe to the channel and like it.